Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into this video. Since February 18th, 1 month ago today, the Devils are on another winning streak, baby. The Devils defeated the Flightless Birds by a score of 3-2. It really should have been 3-1. Let's be honest here. That last goal barely counts. 4 seconds left in the game. By a score of 3-2, and now for the first time since 1 month ago today, the Devils are on a winning streak. The fact that I had to say that in the first place is scary in itself, but woo, this game sure was not. I got to admit, this was the best effort the Devils have had all season. Like, they had the most complete game they had the entire year. You can make arguments that when they played the Rangers, when they've played Boston, they've played great games. No, because everything didn't come together. In this game, everything that needed to happen happened. Something I've constantly criticized them is winning 50-50 pucks, board battles, get in front of the net, being physical, and that's exactly what they did, and they won the game. Getting pucks to the net. They had like 35, 36 shots in this game. Fantastic effort on both sides of the puck. In the defensive zone, in the offensive zone, special teams too. Complete effort. The Devils have scored a power play goal in 3 straight games. When in the hell did we ever think we were going to say that? And man, I got to admit, that Zajac line of Kuokkanen and Sharangovich and Zajac just continue to just absolutely work, guys. It's just, they're so consistent. They're doing everything right. Everyone is clicking at the same time. And I'm so glad Zajac is able to get the most out of those two guys, because Sharangovich with his shot and his defensive play, Zajac with his face-off ability and slight playmaking ability, I would say, and Kuokkanen being physical around the boards, getting pucks to the areas that he should be, him getting to the areas he should be in, rewarding himself. That's exactly what we need from young players, and I'm so glad it's starting to pay off for them. I'll be honest, when the Devils couldn't win a game to save their life, I was so hard on those guys, and man, I was wrong, and I'm glad I'm wrong. How can I mention that line? Literally everyone on the team had a good game, at least a good game. Even Gusev had a good game, I thought. The advanced stats might not give the Zajac line a lot of credit just because they're the defensive line. They were out there when Crosby, Gensel, and Rust were out there, and I think they were out there for the goal against in the end of the game. But they played a great game. The Hughes line just dominated. Like, we should just leave those guys where they are. Leave the top 2 lines. Zacha can fit in the third center. I don't really care. But those 2 top lines, as far as my concern, untouchable. Do not move any of those guys from where they are. They're clicking really good right now. And oh my God, that Hughes goal. It sort of was a broken play. You thought maybe Hughes would go cut to the net, try and score 5-hole, make the goalie look stupid. I mean, it is Tristan Jarry, so he probably will look stupid, but he looked stupid anyway by Jack just punching it in off his head and into the net. Oh my gosh. Very happy Hughes was on the stat sheet. He does a lot well and sometimes can't just get a goal. He's just unlucky at times. And the skill set is clearly there. If you don't think so, oh my God, just leave. Get a new pair of eyes, something, laser surgery. Oh my gosh. And you have to give a lot of credit to Palmieri too. He positioned himself in front of the net on that goal where the defender couldn't get to Hughes, which allowed him to shoot that puck where he did. A lot of credit to Kyle Palmieri. And he got an assist, so he was rewarded on the stat sheet for that. And now moving to the power play, I think the power play looks a ton better. They're getting into the zone much easier. They're setting up a lot easier, moving it around, because that is the most crucial thing on a power play, moving the puck around, confusing the defenders. And PK just absolutely just wound that shot up. Vintage PK Subban with that booming slap shot from the point. When it hits the net, watch out. It doesn't hit the net very often, but when it does, whew, And then a couple minutes later, Severson winds up from the point and says, yeah, we'll take another. And I mean, Zajac tips it in front, but it's now 3-0 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, it's not like the 2008-2009 Pittsburgh Penguins or even the 15-16 Penguins, but I mean, they're still pretty good. And just another thing on Subban, he's looked great recently in the last 2 or 3 games. I think he's really found his place. Hopefully he could just continue to be consistent with this, because this is exactly the kind of PK we were looking for. He's not necessarily a liability, good on the power play with that booming slap shot. And if we could just get more of that PK for the rest of the season, that'll just only help us. I mean, it might be a little too late to make a playoff push, but you know what? Any success, I just want to win. I don't really care. And you know what? The penalty kill was pretty good. I thought the power play goal they gave up was kind of fluky. They got tipped in front, and it was towards the end of the period. So I guess maybe some guys kind of just thought they could just hold it till the end of the period, but they didn't. And you know what? It didn't end up costing them, which is good. The penalty kill has been fantastic lately, so I'm cutting them a little bit more slack as of late. But I thought they did a fine job. And man, how about Scott Wedgwood getting the call literally during warm-ups? So far, no update on Mackenzie Blackwood. He was supposed to start this game, got injured in warm-ups for some reason, and Wedgwood had to start the game. And man, you literally can't ask for better than that. Stopped 39 of 41 Penguin shots, and a lot of them were high-quality shots. Scott Wedgwood has continued to be more than I ever could have thought of ever. It's just something, you put him in a Devils jersey and he's a very solid goalie. Even when he was on the team like 4 years ago and now he's back on the team, that Wedgwood honestly has not changed. But like I said, there's no update on Blackwood as of this time. Hopefully it's just maybe he got a stinger or something. That's the best we could hope for, honestly. And hopefully he's not out long term, because I don't know how long I could deal with Scott Wedgwood and Aaron Dell being the 2 Devils goalies for a significant period of time. I just don't know if I can do that. Yeah, so even though the season, it's not over until it's over per se, but every passing day seems to be less and less likely of us making the playoffs. And to be honest with you, I don't really care about tanking. I want to win as much as possible. I'm done with tanking. We have a plethora of prospects. The draft is full of prospects that we need. They're full of defensive prospects. So even if we fall within the top 10, we're getting a pretty good prospect anyway. So win as many games as you can, honestly. That's all I really care about. And that's kind of the way it should be. I mean, we shouldn't get the first overall pick. We don't deserve it. Buffalo is just the most horrid thing the NHL has ever seen since like the 2016 Colorado Avalanche. Oh boy, that team was horrible. Holy crap. But yeah, my stance on tanking is I'm done with it. Let the guys play. Whatever happens after the trade deadline, trade who you have to weigh, and maybe call some guys up. But at this point, tanking really doesn't do much for us, and might as well just try and keep winning games. It's the best we can hope for, and that's what we should want as fans. And just one more thing that I want to mention, and I know it's kind of like both sides of the spectrum. It's good and it's bad at the same time, but at least we weren't the Flyers getting blown out 9-0 to the Rangers. Like I said, I'm kind of glad the Flyers got blown out because it's the Flyers, but I'm kind of not glad because it's the Rangers. And I think I would be more upset because it's the Rangers, and I hate the Rangers way more than I hate the Flyers. So back to the Devils. The Devils finish up their homestand on Saturday against Pittsburgh at 1 o'clock, and then they go to Pittsburgh on Sunday. Then the Flyers on Tuesday night, Washington back-to-back next Thursday and Friday. The next couple of weeks are definitely going to be hard, especially since we don't have another home game after Saturday until April 1st. So, you know what? Let's try and win as many as we can. and they're all against pretty good teams. So if we manage to sneak out a couple wins here or there, even a couple of points, I'll be happy as long as they just play well. So with that said, that will do it for this video. Thank you very much if you decided to stay the whole time. Not only should you like and subscribe, but you should also comment for what you thought of the video, what you thought of the game, and other things you want to see going forward. Don't forget to check out the Twitter page at IceNJD, where I post live reactions to games and just retweet news about the Devils and anything NHL related, really. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. This is definitely deserved. Great effort tonight. Let's go Devils. Sean out.